They say the most painful betrayal is the one by blood. It cuts deeper than any blade, leaving wounds that time cannot heal. In the mighty kingdom of Zagwe, such a betrayal had been foreseen, but when the warning was spoken, it was silenced forever. Under the eerie glow of a blood-red moon, the great oracle Zuditu awoke with a cry. Her visions had never been so vivid, so terrifying. She saw flames consuming the palace, the king lifeless on his throne, and a shadowed figure, someone of his own blood, plunging a dagger into his back. Heart racing, she rushed through the palace halls until she stood before King Yored. The grand court turned as she fell to her knees. "My king, hear me," she gasped. "A great betrayal is coming, one that will doom us all. One of your own will take your throne in blood." Gasps echoed through the chamber. But the king's chief advisor, Makoen, stepped forward, his face unreadable. "Oracle, you speak of treachery but give us no name. Are we to fear shadows and whispers?" he asked smoothly. King Yored frowned. "If you cannot name the traitor, how can I believe you?" Zuditu clenched her fist. The vision forbade her from speaking the name, but the truth burned in her soul. "You must trust me, my king," she pleaded. "The enemy is near." The king's patience snapped. "Enough. I will not be ruled by fear." With a wave of his hand, the guard seized her. As they dragged her away, she cried out, "You may silence me, but my blood will remember. The vision will return when the time is right." That was the last time anyone saw the oracle of Zagwe. In a quiet village by the river, a young girl named Azenet sat before a bowl of water. As she gazed into its depths, a strange chill ran through her bones. The water rippled, twisting into a terrifying vision. She saw flames devouring the palace, the king motionless on his throne, and a masked traitor, the same betrayal the oracle had once foreseen. Azenet gasped, nearly knocking the bowl over. Her grandmother, an old woman with knowing eyes, stepped forward. "You have seen it, haven't you?" she whispered. Azenet's hands trembled. "The palace, the king, it's all going to fall." Her grandmother nodded solemnly. "The oracle's blood flows in you, child. The vision has returned. You must go before it is too late." Azenet had no choice. She had to warn the king. Under the cover of night, Azenet slipped into the royal city. She hid among the shadows, sneaking into the great hall. That night, she overheard whispers behind a golden curtain. Makoen, now an old but powerful man, spoke to a cloaked assassin. "Tomorrow, the king drinks from the cup. And when he does, the kingdom will be mine." Azenet's heart pounded. The vision was coming true. She had to act. The next morning, the palace bustled with celebration. The king sat upon his throne, smiling as servants poured wine into a golden goblet. Azenet pushed through the crowd, eyes locked on the cup of doom. Just as the king lifted it to his lips, she leaped forward, knocking the goblet from his grasp. "Stop!" she screamed. The cup shattered, and the wine hissed as it touched the stone. "Poison!" Gasps filled the air. Makoen's face paled. "Lies!" he roared. "This girl is mad." But the poison ate through the marble, its deadly vapors rising. The truth was undeniable. The guard seized Makoen. The king turned to Azenet, his eyes filled with awe. How did you know? Azenet lifted her chin. Because the oracle's blood flows in me. Her vision has come again to save the land. And so, the prophecy was fulfilled. The kingdom was saved. Years later, Azenet sat by the river, a young child at her side. "Grandmother, is it true? Can you see the future?" the child asked. Azenet smiled, tracing a hand over the water. "The future is always watching, little one. We just have to listen." As the ripples danced across the water's surface, a new vision began to form. The end. Please subscribe, like, comment and turn off your notification button.